My name is Dermot Brosnan and I'm from Cork in Ireland, and this is my car, 1973 VW Beetle, and this is my story. When we were young, we were always messing with tractors. My dad had tractors, so I suppose I learned a bit from him. Learned how to use the tools and the welder above with him. Both of my grandparents would have been blacksmiths, so I think it's in my DNA. And I suppose when I had my own garage then, that's when I started tinkering around with cars. To come in here and smell the garage, and just have to go and beat metal into a shape. I just enjoy it. The early years I was collecting them, and all the hard to find pieces. The bodies were rotten, but you get to collect a lot of the parts, and I had about 10 or 11 or 12 of them. And then I think this was 13, lucky number 13 I suppose, was kept then. She was a good body and worth keeping. There was a few rust patches which I addressed. I was working down in Passage, and I saw the car in the garage. The garage door was half open. And I saw the car in there, and I stopped and I inquired about it. And the following month he rang me and said it was moved to Douglas. So I went to look at it in Douglas and I bought it the following day. I think I gave him £1,000 for it. I always say it's a car that I'm always fixing and never driving. I painted the car black for my brother's wedding because it had to be black, because black was the in colour back then. I drove it to the garage and I filled it up with juice, and when I was coming back, very strong smell of petrol, and I opened the bonnet and I forgot to seal between the fuel sender and the tank itself, and there was petrol all around the front part there, and I had to walk away because everything, I suppose a 3-year build, came down to that day, and I'd have messed up with a little seal. But she ended up driving to Killarney that day without missing a beat, so all was well in the end, but I had to leave the bonnet open, leave the petrol evaporate out in case it blew up. Yeah, I didn't have any aftershave on, so I suppose leaded was my aftershave for the day. Then when I was fixing a wing, I noticed that the paint peeled off a bit, and I saw the old, I think it's Volkswagen red. So I painstakingly went through a 3-year paint removal process of taking back the black paint, involving razor blades, many late nights. So that's what you see here today. Where it went through here is where I was a bit too hard on the paper, sandpaper, but I think I did well. You could still see remnants of the black around there, but I think I have it the way I want it now, so I'm going to leave it. I suppose it's all these stories make the memories with the car. You know? Why do I still have it? I do like Friday evenings. When the week is over and the weekend is just starting, I love getting in there, opening the fly window, having the breeze hit you into the face, and just go for a spin. Nowhere in particular, just head out, just enjoy the weekend. The sound, this always, the flat 4 sound brings a smile to my face. And when you're shifting into third and when you go into fourth, the car starts whistling in fourth. Don't know what it is, it's not a gearbox whine. I think it's just the air travelling over the car which gives a little distinctive whistle, and that's when you know you're cruising. Where do I see the car in 10 years' time? I don't know. I like driving it. Maybe it's time to send it on and some other fella can make memories in it like I've made memories. I have other projects that I need to work on, so I haven't decided where it's going to be. I am attached to it, but I don't drive it as much as I should, and I think maybe someone else should have some fun in it for a while. We'll see what happens.